Usually I don't post.
Hello, hello, hello. This feels so good to be able to just finally say welcome back, that I am back. Here we are. And like I said, some of it I wanted to do some get ready with me. So this is going to be a quick get ready with me. I'm leaving the house. I'm going to an appointment. I don't have a vehicle this week. Anna's having to come pick me up and take me to this appointment. But there's part of me that's kind of like, I get to be passenger princess. I am starting with skin prep. We're going to get right into things. I don't want to drag it on. This is the Centella. This is the Skin 1004, this one. And it is not going to leave a white cast. Like so many people know, if you follow me on my other things, part of sort of, I think, the signature at this point is me starting with my sunscreens that have the white cast. It started out with me having it on accident. And honestly, I've come to find that I actually like a chemical. Is it chemical? I actually like, so this is the one that I still have a lot of it. So beware, the video is going to be out here. But I actually like a mineral sunscreen. It just depends on how my skin is feeling. This one right here, I like. It doesn't break me out. But I find that with a lot of other chemical sunscreens, it breaks me out. My brows, I got done from my brow lady. So they're already also done. I just need to kind of just brush them. Kind of want to do a toasted look. MAC paint pot in contemplative state. So there's this thing that goes on here in Germany where they basically, from what I've seen on spouse pages and stuff, and why I've been very hesitant, and I asked about it on my TikTok the other day, is like the legality of things. It seems like if you say anything negative about a company, basically you're getting sued. I've seen people post on spouse pages of like, you know, they had like a negative review and the company sending them really threatening, dirty type messages. And, you know, we're getting ready to leave and I'm not trying to be going through all that. But I also am somebody who on like my TikTok and things, I very much show my real experiences, things that I check out, food, places. And I feel like it would just be so disingenuous to not share this car experience. I'm going to be using the old school Morphe. This is the 3502 palette. I'm just going to go in with some of the browns. I don't even know if this really is the right thing anymore. I'm going to go in with some of the browns and things, and I think I'm going to just take some of these shimmer and just toasty shades, and we're just going to play with it. But yeah, so, and this thing isn't really honestly the worst thing in the world. I'm sure there's way worse. I even have a friend here who I feel like for them, they're going through way worse of car things. It's just something that still nevertheless put a little bit of a bad taste in my mouth. And I think what I'm even more annoyed about is the fact that this place was recommended to me. And so therefore I just want to make sure that it's kind of one of those things that if somebody were to come to me and ask, I'm like, this is what happened to me, take it or leave it. Will I be back? Probably not. We'll have to see what happens to when I get my car back. So my vehicle, I turn it on, we're getting to be colder months, and it started to have that little like whiny sound, which if you know, usually that's an indicator that kind of your serpentine belt is going to need to be replaced. I looked it up and I was like, yep, based on the mileage and everything for my vehicle, why don't we go ahead and stay on top of it and not wait for things to get worse? I've never had to take my car for anything. My car has not broken down or anything of the sort. Usually regular maintenance, Sean does it. But so in this case, you know, I'm hesitant. I'm like, oh my gosh, does anybody have like kind of, you know, a mechanic that you recommend? Because I'm still traumatized from my first ever car. I had gotten a PT Cruiser. I know. But nevertheless, that car was brand new and it broke at 5,000 miles. I will never forget it. And ever since then, every few months, I was having to shell out no less than $1,000. Can you imagine? I was 16 in that car. And then finally, it got me to my junior year of college and I said, good riddance. But I was traumatized because I feel like we took it to a mechanic and from that point, things were not done right. And then it just became one thing after another. And I've seen it happen where I feel like you take it to a place, they're not very honest. And next thing you know, your whole car can go from being okay to not. I worked in an industry that worked with cars and worked with like mechanics and dealerships. And let me tell you, I've seen it. Like, You can't just give your car to whoever. So needless to say, I get a little bit antsy. I get a little bit scared when it comes to finding a mechanic. It's like your nails, anything else. It's a relationship. You need to take your time. You find the person. Like I said, this person came recommended by a couple people. And I'm like, all right, cool. We'll check them out. Also, the place that I got my car from, I was like, let me ask them as well what would be the price to do my belt with them. Let's be honest here. I also just didn't want to spend a ton. There is a Toyota dealership here, but we know dealership for sure. I knew was going to be top tier of price. So I go to this place that was recommended. Let me tell you. So the first impression was I call and I tell them, hey, I'm looking at this. They're like, well, you can bring it in. We'll look at it and then be able to give you an estimate. I made an appointment and everything to bring my car in X amount of weeks later so that way it could go. It could be dropped off if it needed to be. I could wait. They could look at my car and give me an accurate assessment of my vehicle, what I would need done, and what would be the price. That day comes. That morning, I pull in at the time that they're supposed to open. First off, I see a bunch of what looks like teenagers opening up the shop and doing things. And I'm like, aren't y'all supposed to be in school? They finally open up. I'm in there, not really kind of necessarily knowing what to do. There's not really a like, hey, good morning, whatever, which is fine. I'm figuring it's probably a language thing. I'm also not that particular on like customer service in that way anymore. I don't know. Being in Europe this long, it's okay if you're not completely customer service like we expect in the United States. So I go in, I give the person my thing, tell them how I'm there for the appointment. I'm sitting down. The guy comes in. I feel like not even 5 minutes later, he goes, nothing's wrong with your car. He goes, it's not making a sound. And I'm like, it is. It's making the sound and then it goes away after a few minutes. And so then he like goes, okay, like let me look again. He goes out there. I'm walking with him. He opens up the hood. He puts a flashlight and stuff in there. He goes, oh yeah, like it's not bad at all or anything like that. I could see where it's a little bit frayed. Like, yeah, we could replace that. Let me get your information. Let me get you the quote. Let me call you back. I'm going in now with the Patrick Ta just because I want this black. My Morphe one, the black broke and I really want to like deepen this up. But anyways, so I'm like, cool. He gives me, well, first off, let's say the other place that I bought my car from, they call me, they give me their quote and it was pretty pricey, right? But so I'm like, okay, well, maybe I'll just go ahead and go with them. Like they're the ones who have like contacted me first. The other ones haven't contacted me. It's been a minute, blah, 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 blah. Literally, I get off the phone with them thinking like, okay, well, maybe like, let me think about it. Let me talk with my husband. The other place calls me. They give me the quote. It is substantially cheaper. And I'm like, well, yeah, like, right. It was literally the difference between like 100 and something euro or 300 and something euro. And I was like, yeah, we're going to save over 200 euro. Let's go ahead and do this, right? I schedule the appointment, schedule when I'm going to bring my car in. Cool. Day comes for me to bring my car in. Again, it's like I pull in, I go into the office. There's somebody sitting in a way that I'm like, I don't know if they're being serviced. I don't know if they're waiting, like what's going on. There's another person at the desk. I walk in and she's just like looking at me and then she's kind of like, and I'm like, hello, like, can we at least do even a hello? And I'm like, okay, well, I'm here about, when I tell them my vehicle. She pulls up in the computer. She goes, oh yeah, we got the part in today. Like it should be done around this. I'm like, you don't have my car. I'm dropping the car off. He's like, oh. So I'm just kind of like, oh goodness, but whatever, trust the process. It's just going to be a belt, right? This should be a simple thing. So we drop it. I get a call in the afternoon talking about, so here's the thing with your car. Lashes, I don't know which ones these are because you see I've been like wearing lashes. These are just ones that I pull off and I put them all over the house. Sean hates it. But I think I'm going to go with these like thinner ones like that. I'm going to take this Patrick Ta Major Dimensions and I'm going to take, let's take this lighter champagne. Just pop. I just want like a little bit more pop in my lid. So anyways, I get the call. Let's talk about your car. And I'm like, here we go. They all of a sudden are telling me my car needs X, Y, Z, A, B, C. I'm immediately annoyed. And I kind of tell them that. I'm like, I literally brought it for you to tell me what it needed. And none of this was part of it. And like you had the time and the ability to literally look at this and do a thorough check for my car and give me the accurate like information. They're basically telling me, so my car went from 100 and something euro to now we're looking at almost 1,000 euro. And I don't know if y'all remember, or if you're new to here, let me tell you, we are military, we are overseas, and mind you, we are in the middle of a government shutdown. And before anybody talks about savings or anything, it's just the principle of it. It's the fact that I'm like that wasn't on the horizon, what I was dropping money on this month. You know what I mean? Especially when it's an extra 1,000 euro. And we were in such uncertain times, right? Like it still was kind of when people did not know if they're getting paid or not. And my thing is, it wasn't about this paycheck. It was the next one. I was just like, if people really don't get paid on this one, if things don't ever have a light on the horizon, are we not going to get our next one either? I'm looking at November, December, like I'm looking at months ahead. So I'm kind of just like, for something that was sort of an optional fix, not a like necessity right now, I'm like, well, maybe we pause and we see about like what's going to go on and maybe do this next month. Then like I'm asking them, I'm like, okay, well, because they're like, well, the part and like it's going to take this long to get there and la da 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 da. And I'm like, well, can I maybe in the meantime, because I also have appointments, I've got different things that I was supposed to do this week. I'm anticipating my car when you guys told me to drop it and I was going to get it back within an hour. Now we're looking at over a week. I'm like, can I just maybe get my car and then when you guys get the parts in, bring it back? Already unhappy, like I said, right, about certain things. But even it's like, okay, it is what it is. What can we move forward? Why do you come talking about, well, no. And now all of a sudden it's my car is going to completely fall apart if I were to drive on it as is. Mind you, you guys, when I tell you my car, remember this guy said it wasn't even making a sound. Now all of a sudden it's going to fall apart. So I don't know. I'm just annoyed and I'm not happy. And I feel like the unprofessionalism, you can tell me if I'm being extra. I just feel like it's unprofessional that like I wasn't given an accurate estimate. We all know sometimes with cars, there might be a little bit of something extra, but I feel like for it to have been that much off the ballpark, and especially when you told me nothing was wrong and then I had to say, can you maybe double check and look? And then you do basically, obviously not a thorough check, which I made the appointment for you to do. I just feel like it's very unprofessional and I feel like it's not right. And then I don't have a choice, right? Because even for that, now I'm not really like feeling the most confident with you guys. But can I really change it? No, because that would be me either paying for a tow truck to take it to somewhere else. And then it's just like, but you guys can't give me my car. But like essentially, because they're like, well, what do you want to do? Well, obviously you're going to have to fix my car. Like you basically are holding me hostage here. So now I just feel like I'm in that same situation like I was way back, you know, when I had my first car, or like what I've seen for other people, that it's like, I'm going to get my car back. I hope and pray that everything's fine and I just never have to go to this place again. But there is this part of me that is so nervous that then like something else is going to happen with my car when nothing was going on with my car. You know what I mean? And I don't have time for this. We are moving. Like not even just with the moving. It's like, this is our vehicle. You're allotted one car that you can move with the military. And like, this is our car. This is our family car. Like I need it to be reliable as it has been. And so now I just am really hoping and praying that, like I said, we get this done. I never have to see them again. And I'm able to have my car for the next few months that we need to have it before it needs to get shipped off to wherever we're moving to. And again, you tell me, you can comment if I'm super unreasonable, but I just don't feel like it's unreasonable of me to have wanted some better service than that and more accurate service. I personally, again, I feel like I would tell people this as I'm telling you guys, take it, like for somebody else to be like, take it as you will. Other people have, like, it came recommended to me. So obviously other people have been fine. But for me personally, I would never again. Because if you can't even properly diagnose my car, I don't understand how you're also supposed to fix it correctly. I feel like thanks for being at my TED Talk of this. The other thing that's completely our fault that's going on in our life that's got me really stressed is my youngest needing his travel passport. His travel passport is expiring this month, so he needs it renewed. We're supposed to go on a trip in December. So now here we are going to be those people trying to last minute get his passport. We're supposed to go from, we're supposed to be in like Norway, which is like one of my dreams. And it's like for Rain's birthday. It's also during the Christmas season. So we get to see like beautiful Christmas markets. But again, now we're sort of trying to think about a plan B. For foundation, I'm using this Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is her Beauty Balm Serum Boosted Skin Tint in the shade 14. This, do you see, I'm down to this and I'm about to take a brush and still use it. This product is so good. And again, like I said, I'm not trying to do too much. Like I want to be put together but not super full coverage. Yeah, we're trying to come up with plan B's and C's. I'm hoping that obviously plan A works out, but that one is obviously completely our fault. Hoping that could work out. Oh, I realized for concealer, I just use the Tower 28 one. Love it. It's like a serum one. I like that it's like skincare. This is the LYS contour stick. This one is darker than I normally do. I usually use, I think, Strength. I accidentally got Worthy. It still works out, but it's like I use a dot because it is dark. Take my time too with blending it in, that I really kind of just do more or less the patting motions. I need to wash my brushes something fierce. When it comes to setting, I don't know if I'm just using this wrong. The one size powders, I haven't found myself really loving the most, but I need to use it and use it up. I don't know. And I don't know if it's also just, you know, aging and just getting older. I'm getting sensitive about my little under eye wrinkles as it is, but I feel like this one, and normally I would have set my under eye quicker than this too, but I just feel like it just really accentuates it. I feel like it's really drying. Taking the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish. This is in Dark Deep face brush to just kind of literally tap and blend out all over my face. Blush wise, I'm going in with Savage from Nars. I like to bring it now up and kind of into my eye even. I can't remember who I saw of a creator doing that, but I just was like, that is where it's at. I'm going to spray my face with the Scandinavia setting spray. If you don't know, I've been saying this forever. These are the same people who make the Urban Decay setting sprays, which I remember used to be a big thing back in the day. So if you don't want to be paying that price point, because it's just to me a name thing, you get way more product. This is the brand. It's a lot of professional makeup artists use it. So again, yeah. I do not know how to say this name. I got it from my Yes Style package because you guys know with my skincare and everything, I do Korean skincare. They had these lip tints. And so I wanted to try it. This is in the shade 6 and I really like how it looks. So I am going to just pop this on, let it do its thing. I'm going to put some bottom mascara. I'm going to do my hair and then I will come back on and show kind of the finish. Okay, hair is done. We're going to go ahead and just, I feel like it is the most beautiful of like giving you just a little tint of color. It's the best that this is going to do. So there we go. There was a get ready with me chit chat. I hope you guys like this of, like I said, the first one of coming back and chatting with you guys. I am right on time that I've got 15 minutes to get dressed, get my perfume and everything on, and then I will be on time. So see you guys in the next video. Bye.